Here with Concordia head men's soccer coach Jason Weides after a 1-1 draw, kind of a familiar story in terms of the result. But this was an opponent that was regular season champion in the GPAC tonight. What do you take away from what you saw?
It's a competitive college game, a game that probably could have gone either way. Certainly a game we're going to be disappointed with. But at the end of the day, it's probably deserved a draw in that. I mean, we just made a few mistakes, and not just on the goal, but other critical errors that cost them or cost us giving them a chance, and ultimately couldn't quite put that second goal away to get the game winner. I thought we had some chances to do that. We fought hard, they had good intensity, and just came up short. And ultimately, I think we're saying that probably too often, and I think there's obviously frustration within the team, right? It's your seventh game of the year. It's frustrating because we feel like most all of those we could have turned into wins. But the game's not ifs and buts. I'm sure everybody thinks they could turn those into wins, and ultimately we didn't. And we got to stay focused on the process. Our goal hasn't changed, and ultimately we have to find ways to be able to win these games. But we're learning and growing, and we're going to find a way to get better. So we're just focused on the process.
Kind of through the month of September now, kind of right in the middle of the season. What have you learned about this team and what the potential is? I know you've fought through some injuries and you've kind of mixed in some newcomers. What have you learned to this point?
I think we learned that we have depth. I mean, there's been some guys that have been out for a long time that are either just now coming back, or some guys that have been out for a long time and don't know when they're going to get back. And other guys have stepped up and played big roles and important roles. And then some other guys that maybe aren't getting as many minutes, we see them growing, we see them getting better. They just haven't had that opportunity to really showcase that games. But in training, we see them growing. And I think this is a team also that we are learning from our errors, we're learning from our failures, we're addressing something as a coaching staff with the team, and they're implementing it, and we're getting better at it. So it's just, I think maybe the frustration is that we feel like we're growing in some areas, but we're just not turning those into wins and W's and getting results. And tonight was another one of those nights. It's frustrating because we see every tie as a loss, and I think because of that it feels like we have 9 losses on the year, but we don't. We have 2 losses. One was in the last 30 seconds to like the top 10 team, and another one was a tight 1-0 game to a team I think is top 15 now. So we're right there with anybody. This team's competitive. I've learned that too, and we fight. I think we just have to grow a little bit in some of these little details. We just need one of those games where we're putting somebody away, and putting them away by more than a couple goals, and I think this team's going to be flying eventually.